Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Caroline, for those who are new, and this is the first time for you. Today we are doing a very quick mini session. The topic is isolation, sadness, loneliness, very timely topic, I think, but also something that many people struggle with on an ongoing basis. So I think this is important to address, and you can also, obviously this is a free program, so please invite your friends, share this with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, so that you can keep getting these sessions and helpful tools. Okay, so I'm going to start with a very, very brief PowerPoint, just a few images to show you what I'm going to be talking about, and then we will go from there. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think everybody can see my screen. So again, the topic is feeling alone on planet Earth. There's a difference between feeling lonely and feeling alone. So feeling lonely, it's like you're missing someone, you're missing something. And the feelings are sad, I feel sorry, you feel sorry for yourself, like there's nobody around, you're doing things on your own. It's that sort of feeling that many people can relate to. And also it's related to boredom. Sometimes you're like just bored and you kind of miss having people, special people, obviously, because you could be surrounded by people and still have those feelings. Aloneness, on the other hand, is very different. When you feel alone, it's a much deeper sense of feeling disconnected, feeling kind of depressed and down. And this could actually get much more serious if you keep feeling this way. Even if you're surrounded, sometimes the more you're surrounded by people, the more you feel alone. Do you relate to that? And so that's kind of what I'd like to address today, because we see the world, falling apart, and we start asking questions like, what's going on? What am I doing here? And so the idea is to figure out the root cause of the feeling, because the more specific you are, the more you'll be able to quickly and accurately shift. If you have just a brief idea, it's okay. But sometimes chemically, you could be taking caffeine or sugar, and it affects your brain without you knowing. It could get you depressed right after that. Sometimes it's a structural thing. Your bones are out of alignment. Sometimes it's or a combination, obviously, emotional overload, something energetically is not properly aligned, or externally. And of course, we feel the collective, especially with what's going on right now. We feel very connected to what other people are feeling, even though we don't even know them. So, but also those feelings of being alone come from asking the bigger question, the existential question, like, what am I doing here on planet Earth? Like, what's my purpose? And another important thing that I want to talk about today is attachments. And so sometimes we attract attachments. So I'm going to tell you what these are that trigger those feelings, the deeper feeling of being sad and totally disconnected. So what are attachments? They actually interfere with your being, with your ability to think, to process emotions. So sometimes it's just a deceased relative, somebody just passed, and you still have their energy. So of course they're not there, but you still have their energy, and it's attached to your cells. Obviously, you can't see them. Sometimes for those of you who are more sensitive can sense them, but a lot of people don't even know that that's what's happening. But that energy is still attached to your cells. And so, or sometimes it's other people's frequency, even your living parents. So even though they're still alive, but their energy is still kind of latching on to yours. This happens all the time. I see this all the time. And also, or sometimes, you know, a kid or somebody like that. So what is the reason? Sometimes, and what happens is that the more we have those attachments, the more we feel isolated. And in a way, this is our way to unconsciously to stop feeling isolated. So we hold on, or we allow the energy of the father or the mother to kind of stay connected to us, just so that we think we have that connection. Sometimes it doesn't mean it's a bad relationship. It could be a good relationship. It could be, or a dysfunctional relationship. It doesn't really matter. But it's our subconscious way of connecting with that person. But what ends up happening is that they are now part of your energy field. You see how they're all part of that circle. And so even though you're not aware that they're there, but they're still latching on. So everything that you are doing during the day is kind of being interfered with. It's not a natural flow, an easy flow of information, of connection with the universe. There's all these other people and beings. And of course, sometimes we have stronger attachments from beings that are just trying to distract you. I mean, this could be, you know, just some negative entities floating around, to, you know, sometimes extraterrestrial, you know, any interdimensional. You don't see them, but they're there and they're kind of trying to mess with your energy. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's very, very common. Most people have those attachments. And the idea is, even if you do have, again, a good relationship with those folks, you know, you're not supposed to have anybody in your energy. You're supposed to have a clear energy. And what happens with time is, when you keep those other energies attached to you, eventually that brings you down. That adds to your sense of isolation and aloneness, interestingly enough, even though you think you have all these other entities, but it actually, it's kind of takes away from your ability to feel connected to the universe, okay, to source. And so this is very, very important and to start to think about. And now that we know that that could be a huge contributor, now some of the darker entities sometimes that sneak in and latch onto you, these are the ones when you start feeling so alone, so isolated, that triggers thoughts of suicidal thoughts. You can right away know these aren't your thoughts. These are these other beings, other entities that are latching onto you and messing with you, okay? That's why this is so important to know. And the idea is, when you know this, when you know this could be happening, then there's something you can do about it, you know? Otherwise, you just go around, you go to the doctor, to the psychiatrist, they give you drugs. Oh, you know, you're suicidal, or you're depressed, or this and that, and you're never actually addressing the real problem. That's why I want to bring this up, as some people may think it's disturbing, but this is the truth. This is the reality. We are energetic beings, and so we are sending out energy, and we're attracting so many different kinds of energy without us not being aware, okay? So I wanted to stop right here and see if we can do an actual, again, it's a very quick mini session to process that information. We can use different techniques. We talked about this last time, how to, you know, use the heart to find out the root cause, and then to try to clear it once we know where it is in your body, where do you feel the problem in your body, and then how to process it, okay? So that is my little spiel. I hope this is helpful. If we don't have any quick questions, Michael is here with me, but if you don't see any quick questions, we can keep going. Anybody has any questions about attachments or anything like that, interference from the outside? Do ET and beings implant things in our consciousness? Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So they start to mess with the way you think. And they're going to attach to your weakness. So if you have a fear of failure or a fear of whatever, they're going to amplify that. And so that's why it's so important, as weird or strange or disturbing as it may be, this is the truth. And so, you know, the faster you are conscious of these things, the faster you train yourself to identify what's going on, where it's going on, the faster you're going to get over it. So that is the reason why I am sharing all of this information. Okay, I'm going to go straight into a session with a volunteer. We've got a volunteer today. Hello, my dear.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Hey, Kim. Good. Everybody can see and hear Kim? So, good. So, Kim, you heard the introduction. You see how important this topic is, because especially young kids, they don't realize how much they're attracting stuff. You know, it's just our natural ability to connect energetically, and how much we're holding on to things. So that's the reason why I'm glad you are volunteering today. Thanks for volunteering, because this is such an important topic. So again, the focus is the sadness that comes on out of nowhere, the sense of being isolated and depressed. Tell us a little bit about what happens in your case, so we can, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, thanks. This problem is so common among everyone I speak to. It's because of, like, we're in the twilight zone or having a bad dream all the time. It's just reality is broken in some way, and it's pretty overwhelming. Just the pandemic, and now with, you know, the deaths and the protests and the understanding of this, you know, preeminent racism, and really the whole collective is a mess right now. So with that, I find that I personally and other people in my household and lots of my friends periodically just break down crying for no apparent reason. It's just too much. And you just start crying and you go, why am I crying? And then you'll do it again a few hours later. So it's this overwhelming sense of sadness of what's wrong with the world, reality, humanity. What the heck is going on anyway? It's overwhelming.
Yeah, and you know, you're not alone. I get a lot of emails from people to say, you know, I'm just like, all of a sudden, I want to break out in tears. I'm overwhelmed with emotion. So just for you to know, you are not alone. So let's go through this exercise, and everybody can do the same thing. So let's, first of all, let's try to identify the root cause. Obviously, it is the collective. So we know that part.
Yes.
But is there anything else that is also going on that the collective is triggering in you? Everybody, again, you're welcome to do the same exercise, because like we said, it's not just one thing, okay?
Well, I don't know how to state it, but it's emotional.
Let's try to focus a little bit.
Okay.
So let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And again, breathe in through the nose. As you exhale through the mouth, quiet your thoughts, quiet your mind. One more time, breathe in through the nose. As you exhale through the mouth, bring your focus to your heart, to this moment in time, and begin to ask the question. Imagine that your heart is a separate entity, as if you were having a conversation. When you ask, what is the root cause of my sudden, overwhelming feelings of sadness and depression? Is it chemical? Do you get a strong yes? If the heart expands, it means no, you're fine. But if it contracts, then it's a yes. Is it chemical?
No.
Okay. Is it emotional? Your personal emotions. We're not talking about what's happening in your life.
Yes.
Very good. Is it energetic? Is there something energetically in your body that's off?
Yes.
Okay, very good. External energetic, meaning in your environment, other people, not latching onto you, just kind of in the environment. You go to a store or whatever.
A little, yes.
Okay. Is there something structural, meaning is your spine misaligned? Is your body, is a little bit out of misalignment that is triggering this anxiety, which then triggers other emotions?
Yes and no. I feel it's related to the energy.
Okay, very good. Of course, we said collective. Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, are there any attachments that are also contributing? Again, attachments could be a deceased relative, a current relative, a kid, a spouse or whatever, or a being that's messing with you. It's okay that we are here to know the truth so we can change it, so we can deal with it. So what you can do, you're asking your body, but you can also you're asking your heart. Ask your heart first the question, and how does your heart respond?
I keep going to my head. That's the problem.
Okay, that's why you want to imagine that your heart is a separate entity, like you're having a conversation with someone outside of yourself. So is there an interference, an actual attachment on my body or my energy field that is contributing?
Okay, my heart expands, but for me, that means yes.
Okay, all right. So if that's how you understand it, because I see it, so you're right. So now that let's address this first, okay? Go to I want you to ask, where do I feel it in my body? Where is this attachment specifically connected to your cells?
I keep getting lower back.
Yeah, in your spine. It's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you focus on your spine, who do you see there? Or what energy, what type of attachment? Is it a person? Is it some extraterrestrial passing by? What type of consciousness, what type of energy do you sense there?
Well, I keep seeing my mother. She's passed.
Okay, your mother is in the lower back. Now I want you to go up and show me, look at around your shoulders and tell me, or your middle back and shoulders. And what do you pick up there? Again, we're focusing on attachments.
My son.
And who else?
My husband.
Okay, very good. Excellent. So now, how do you feel? Do you have a problem with your husband or with your son or with your mother? Is there something that is an emotion that's attached to those people?
I worry about them.
Okay, you worry about that. So this is fascinating because this is typical. When we have spouses or children especially, and we worry about them, we have a tendency to attach them. This is our subconscious way to kind of keep them connected to us. But at the same time, this is not helping them, and this is not helping you, okay? Understanding this, we want to clear their frequency from your cells. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean you don't worry about them. It just means that they're not attached to you. Nobody should be inside your body, right? And so, in fact, you'll be clearer and you'll be able to help them better once they are outside your field, and it will help them out as well. Okay? Let's go back to your mother real quick. Go down into your lower back. What is the emotion that comes up for you there?
Sadness.
Sadness. Keep
Mhm.
now zero in on the sadness. Sadness because.
I miss her.
Okay, exactly. So you see how you miss those people, you keep them in your energy, but at the same time, it makes you more lonely because they're not here. So it's almost like you feel them, but they're not here. So it adds to your problem of sadness and loneliness. Same with the son and the spouse, because you worry about them, you kind of keep them latched on to you. So, but that adds to the feeling of losing them, of finding yourself alone. You see how that's all holding you down and contributing to the fear of being alone, which you end up feeling. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's
See how
pretty
it's
cool.
all connected?
Yeah.
Do you see how it's all connected? So it's very important to clear all types of attachment in order to also let go of these feelings of sadness and isolation. So ready? Here we go. Take a deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale through the mouth, let's set the intent. Everyone can do the same. Say quietly, I ask and intend to release all forms of attachments that are latching on to my cells and energy field, that are contributing to my feeling of sadness and isolation and depression. Breathe in through the nose. As you exhale, visualize a ball of light right above your head. This is pure source energy. That energy literally erases all information, all frequencies that are misaligned with your being. On contact. Keep holding that thought, that intention, and that visualization. Say, I want to let go of all these attachments now, and begin to bring that light through the top of your head, slowly clearing and cleansing everything in its path that is misaligned, through the top of your head, through every cell in your brain, your eyes, your throat. Your entire head is now filling up with this light. Bring it down, let it fill your throat, your shoulders, your arms. Now let it concentrate around your spine and slowly bring it down along your spine, always visualizing that it's literally erasing all frequencies and information that have to do with attachments. Bring it down through the spine, slowly, slowly. It's in the upper back, mid back, lower back, bring it down through your hips, your thighs, your knees, your feet, and let it come out through the bottom of your feet. Breathe in through the nose. As you exhale through the mouth, now let it fill your entire body. Again, as if you just absorbed oxygen oxygen just kills all the bacteria, everything that is misaligned with your being on contact. You're becoming pure, clear, clean. Fill every cell in your body from head to toe to the tip of your fingers with this light. As you allow this light to continue clearing and cleansing, go to your heart and set your intent. I ask and intend to reprogram my cells, to let go of attachments, to compensate for my need to feel connected to my friends and family and loved ones. I am letting go of this programming and replacing it with pure source and light energy that will help me maintain my pure energetic form so that I can feel empowered and strong and centered and connected, so that I can help others in this way. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bring your focus to your heart. Take your time. And slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes. Now, again, for those who are new, this is just one of the many techniques that I have developed. My methodology, OMnium Method, is extremely complex and contains many tools. You can visit my website for that, but for today, we're just using this very quick, easy tool, and we're coming back to Kim to see how she's doing.
I feel great. I'm light, like I'm full of light and air. I just like I'm floating. I feel clean.
Very good. Feel clean. Can you visualize, because I can see, I see that your son is outside your spine, but he's still kind of like here, okay?
Okay.
So let's kind of intend for that to continue processing, okay? And same with your spouse. I see him detached from your neck and upper shoulder, but he's still kind of close. Same thing. Let's breathe in and expand and let go. Push it out. And your mom is completely dissolved. I don't see her.
Nice.
All right. So now, again, because this is very short, you guys, you want to now focus on the new momentum. You want to build the new momentum. So you want to keep focusing on this light and keep saying your new intent. I want to stay clear. I want to stay clear. I want to stay pure in this new form. Okay. Very good. Let's see. Is there a quick question? Is there a quick question? What else are you feeling? You feel clear, airy. What else?
Pretty happy.
Happy. Exactly. I was gonna say, like, I feel like joy. I feel like you're jumping up and down, energetically.
Yeah, I feel like I could lift a car.
There you go. So that's another thing. Also, these entities are weighing down on you. It's like added information. You can't see it, but it's there. Your cells have information. If you keep adding information, then they get heavier. That is how your vibration also gets lowered, by having more stuff weighing down on you. Okay? Is there a question, real quick, Michael, before we sign off for today?
We do, Caroline. And first of all, Kim, it was so awesome to see that smile. I really needed that.
Thanks, Michael.
So many people can relate to what she's got. Like she was like the perfect example, typical example of what people do without knowing, allowing all these attachments to happen. Perfect. Go ahead, Michael.
Absolutely. We have a question from someone that's watching live on the Facebook page.
Okay.
Caroline, do you have any suggestions for communicating this type of information to my young adult daughter? She's so depressed and has such negative thoughts. She refuses to hear any suggestions I have for her. I believe you when you say these are negative entities attached to her.
Yes.
How can I help her when she refuses to let me? I could really use some suggestions, and I'm worried for her life.
Wow. Thank you for asking this question, because again, it's so typical. We have a family member who doesn't even want to go there. And so I recommend that you do one session as a surrogate, meaning, you know, you should go to the website and look for that session, how to be a surrogate. Then you do that session yourself as a surrogate for her. And for those who are, you know, worried about permission and stuff like that, don't worry, because he won't be able to do anything if she doesn't allow it on a higher perspective. Okay, so start by doing that, and also let go of your need to help, because when you let go of the need, you relax, then energetically you will kind of be pulling away. You'll give her more space to want to seek help. That's also typical. When you let go, this is where they come back to you. All right, so these are my two suggestions. Make sure you go to the website. We're going to put the links there, and I'll also mark more specific links for you guys. Okay, awesome. Kim, you're awesome. Thanks you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I hope this was helpful for other folks as well. So make sure you invite your friends. This is free. Share it with all your friends, as many as you can, and please come back next time. We will continue to do this work. I so appreciate it, and I hope this was helpful to you. And don't forget, you can do this over and over for yourself and for others. All right, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.